The mistake, the grand chamber of the Galactic Council, stretched across half a mile of polished crystal floors. 47 species sat in their designated seats, arranged in a perfect circle beneath the dome that showed the stars beyond. At the center platform, High Lord Vex stood tall, his green scales catching the light as he addressed the assembly. "Members of the council," Vex began, his voice echoing through the chamber. "We have waited 50 years. The humans have had enough time to prove themselves worthy. They have failed." Murmurs rippled through the gathered representatives. Some nodded in agreement. Others remained silent, watching. "Earth sits in a perfect location," Vex continued. "Rich resources, strategic position. But its people refuse to accept our guidance. They build weapons instead of temples. They argue instead of obey. It is time we took control of that world for the greater good of the galaxy." Tech Master Orin, a being of pure energy contained in a crystalline form, spoke up. "The humans are primitive, yes, but they learn quickly. Perhaps we should give them more time." Vex's eyes narrowed. "More time? They have rejected every offer we made. They want to keep their independence. They want to make their own choices. This cannot stand. The Council must have unity." General Kron, a massive four-armed creature covered in thick armor plating, stood from his seat. "I agree with High Lord Vex. Every species must follow Council law. The humans think they are special. We must show them they are not." The vote was called. One by one, representatives raised their hands or tentacles or wings in agreement. Out of 47 species, 42 voted yes. Only 5 abstained. None voted against. The decision was made. Earth would receive an ultimatum. 3 days later, Ambassador Cole stood in his office aboard the Council station, staring at the holographic message that had just arrived. His hands trembled slightly as he read the words again. Humanity must submit to full Council authority within 7 Earth days. All military forces will be disbanded. All governmental systems will be replaced with Council-approved structures. Refusal will result in immediate military action. Cole was a veteran diplomat, 60 years old, gray-haired and usually calm. But now his heart pounded in his chest. He had spent 20 years building relationships with these alien species. He had believed they respected humanity. He was wrong. Cole immediately opened a secure channel to Earth. Within an hour, every major government leader was connected to the emergency conference. "They're serious," Cole told them, his image appearing on screens across the planet. "The fleet is already gathering. 500 ships. Maybe more. They expect us to surrender." The president of the Earth Union spoke first. "What are our chances if we fight?" "Their technology is more advanced," Cole admitted. "Their shields are stronger. Their weapons hit harder. On paper, we cannot win." Silence filled the channel. Then the Prime Minister of Europa spoke. "On paper. But what about in reality?" Cole allowed himself a small smile. "In reality? We're human. We've never been good at surrendering." The vote on Earth was faster than the Council's vote. Every nation agreed. Every leader understood. Humanity would not bow. Cole sent the response back to the Council the next morning. It was simple, only one sentence. "Earth declines your offer. We remain free." High Lord Vex read the human response and laughed. It was a deep, hissing sound that filled his private chamber. He shared the message with General Kron. "They actually said no," Vex said, his amusement clear. "These primitive creatures think they can stand against the combined might of the galaxy." General Kron studied his tactical displays. "My fleet is ready. We will be at Earth in 4 days. The battle will last maybe 6 hours. Probably less. Be careful not to damage the planet too much," Vex instructed. "We need those resources intact." Destroy their military, break their spirit, but preserve the world. Understood, Kron replied. We have done this 46 times before. The humans will be no different. But they were wrong. They were very, very wrong. The alien fleet dropped out of faster-than-light travel at the edge of Earth's solar system. 500 warships, each one bigger than anything humans had ever built. They moved in perfect formation, advancing slowly toward the blue planet, hanging in the darkness. Commander Nash watched from the bridge of the ESS Defiance, Earth's largest battlecruiser. Around him, his crew worked in focused silence. Everyone knew what was coming. Sir, enemy fleet is entering weapons range, the tactical officer reported. Nash nodded. All ships, engage defensive pattern Delta. Make them think we're scared? Because that was part of the plan. Let them think humanity was weak. Let them believe their intelligence reports. Let them come close. The first exchange of fire lit up the space between Earth and Moon. Human ships took heavy damage. Orbital stations began to fall, their defenses overwhelmed. 3 human destroyers exploded in brilliant flashes. General Kron watched from his flagship and nodded with satisfaction. As expected. Continue the advance. Deploy ground forces once we control orbit. But deep below Earth's surface, in bunkers built over the past 50 years, Dr. Rachel Kim sat at her workstation and smiled. They took the bait, she said softly. Activate Project Prometheus. Her finger pressed the button dot, and everything changed. Asterisk the awakening. Across Earth, hidden doors opened. Mountains split apart. Desert sands shifted to reveal massive underground facilities. For 50 years, while the galaxy watched and dismissed humanity as primitive, humans had been preparing. Project Prometheus came online. From the Grand Canyon, missile batteries rose on hidden platforms. From beneath the Sahara, energy weapons emerged, their designs based on alien technology but improved by human engineering. From the depths of the Atlantic Ocean, submarine fortresses surfaced, bristling with weapons the Council had never seen before. Dr. Kim watched her screens as every system activated perfectly. Commander Nash, all defense grids are operational. Weapon systems at full power. On the Defiance, Nash allowed himself a grim smile. All human ships, fall back to Earth. Let them follow us down. General Kron saw the human retreat and assumed victory was at hand. They run. Press the attack. Send the first wave to the surface. 200 alien fighters descended toward Earth's atmosphere, expecting easy targets. Instead, they flew into a killing field. The sky erupted with fire. Hidden defense platforms tracked every alien ship with perfect accuracy. Human missiles, faster and more maneuverable than anything in the alien arsenal, struck from impossible angles. Energy beams lanced upward, not the weak human weapons from before, but something new, something powerful. In the first 60 seconds, 70 alien fighters were destroyed. What is happening? Kron roared, watching his tactical display turn red with casualty reports. Where did these weapons come from? Tech Master Oren analyzed the data streaming from the battle. Impossible. The humans are using our technology, but modified, enhanced. This should not be possible. They have only studied our systems for 50 years. 50 years is a long time for humans, Ambassador Cole said quietly, watching from the Council station. No one had noticed him enter the observation deck. Long enough to learn. Long enough to improve what you taught us. On Earth, Commander Nash coordinated the defense from a bunker deep beneath Colorado. Screens showed him the entire battlefield. Every human military base was now active, revealing weapons and defenses built in secret. Launch second wave, Nash ordered. Show them what human fighters can do. From hidden air bases, human aircraft took to the skies. But these were not the simple jets the aliens had seen in intelligence reports. These were hybrid craft, combining human aerodynamics with alien propulsion. They moved like nothing else in the galaxy, fast, aggressive, unpredictable. The alien pilots, trained in standard formation tactics, found themselves completely outmatched. Human pilots flew with a recklessness that seemed insane. They took risks no alien would consider. They used their emotions, anger, determination, even joy in the fight, to push beyond normal limits. They fight like madmen. An alien pilot screamed over the communication channels before his ship exploded. General Kron finally understood the truth. They were holding back. The first battle was a trick. They wanted us close to the planet. But understanding came too late. The alien fleet, so confident an hour ago, was now in chaos. Ships collided trying to escape Earth's defensive fire. Formations broke apart. Panic spread. High Lord Vex watched the battle, reports in disbelief. How? How is this possible? They are primitive. Tech Master Orin's voice was quiet but certain. We were wrong. We studied their technology and thought we understood them. But we never studied their history. We never asked why a single species has over 200 different nations. Why they have words for strategy and tactics and guerrilla warfare that don't exist in other languages. What are you saying? Vex demanded. I am saying that while our species evolved in peace, humans evolved in constant conflict. They have fought each other for 10,000 years. Every weapon we have, they invented first in more primitive forms. Every battle strategy we know, they perfected centuries ago. We brought war to the only species in the galaxy that truly understands war. On Earth, the battle shifted from defense to offense. Dr. Kim activated the final phase of Project Prometheus. Commander Nash, railguns are charged. Targeting solutions locked on the alien flagship. Nash gave the order. Fire, asterisk. From 6 locations around Earth, magnetic accelerators fired solid projectiles at a fraction of light speed. The aliens had shields designed to stop energy weapons and missiles. They had nothing that could stop simple metal moving at impossible velocity. The projectiles punched through the alien flagship's shields like they weren't there. One struck the engine section. Another hit the command deck. The massive ship, larger than some human cities, began to break apart. General Kron, in the final seconds before his ship exploded, finally understood humanity's true nature. They didn't just fight to survive. They fought to win. As Kron's flagship died, something new appeared on every sensor in the solar system. From behind Earth's moon, where they had been hidden for 3 years, 200 human warships emerged. Earth's secret fleet, built in space, hidden from all detection, armed with the best weapons humanity could create. Ambassador Cole's voice broadcast across all channels, human and alien alike. This is Earth's final warning. Leave our system now, or face total destruction. The alien fleet, broken and burning, began its retreat. The hunters had become the hunted. For the first time in galactic history, a primitive species had defeated the Council's military. And the humans weren't finished yet. Commander Nash gave the order his crew had been waiting for. All ships pursue. Show them what happens when you threaten Earth. The human fleet jumped faster than light speed, chasing the aliens into the darkness. Asterisk the reckoning. The human fleet pursued the retreating aliens beyond the solar system. Commander Nash sat in the captain's chair of the Defiance, watching the tactical display. The once mighty Council fleet was scattered, running in different directions, desperate to escape. Target their supply ships, Nash ordered. Cut off their retreat. Make them understand this isn't just a battle. This is a lesson. Human ships moved with precision, striking at logistics vessels and communication relays. They didn't destroy everything. It wasn't the goal. The goal was to send a message that would echo across the entire galaxy. Earth had teeth, and Earth knew how to use them. 3 days after the battle began, panic gripped the Galactic Council. Species that had voted enthusiastically for the invasion now feared human retaliation. Emergency sessions were called. Arguments filled the chamber. High Lord Vex stood before the council, his scales now dull with stress. We must gather every available ship. The humans cannot be allowed to what? Interrupted the representative from Andros Prime, a species known for their peaceful nature. To defend themselves? To fight back against our aggression? We attacked them, Vex. We are the aggressors here. They are primitive. Vex shouted. They cannot be allowed to defeat the council. Our authority is broken, Techmaster Orin said quietly. The chamber fell silent. We attacked a species without understanding them. We assumed weakness where there was strength. We mistook patience for fear. The humans did not fail us. We failed ourselves. General Kron's replacement, a younger officer named Drake, delivered the military assessment. His voice shook as he read the numbers. Our fleet has lost 60% of its ships. Human casualties are minimal. They are now striking at supply lines across 3 sectors. They move faster than we can respond. They appear in multiple locations simultaneously. It is as if they can predict our movements before we make them. Because they can, Ambassador Cole said, entering the chamber. His presence was not officially permitted, but no one moved to stop him. Humans have spent thousands of years studying warfare. Pattern recognition, game theory, strategic prediction. You fight by rules and tradition. We fight to win. Then came the moment that changed everything. Dr. Kim stood in her laboratory on Earth, surrounded by her team of scientists. They had worked non-stop for 72 hours. Now their work was complete. Activate the gate, she said. Above Earth, a massive ring of energy formed in space. It was a portal, a doorway using faster-than-light technology that humans had finally perfected. But this wasn't just any portal. It was stable, controllable, and it could connect to multiple locations at once. Through the gate, human ships appeared simultaneously at 12 different alien homeworlds. Not to attack, not to invade, simply to appear, to hover in orbit, to deliver a single message to each world. The message was simple. Ambassador Cole's face appeared on every screen, every communication device across those 12 worlds. People of the galaxy, Cole began. Earth did not want this war. We asked only to be left alone, to grow at our own pace, to make our own choices. You denied us that right. You came to take our freedom, so we defended ourselves. He paused, letting his words sink in. These ships above your worlds carry no weapons. They are here to prove a point. We could strike at your homes the same way you struck at ours. But we won't, because unlike you, we understand that true strength is not about domination. It is about choice. The message continued. Earth offers peace, but on our terms. We remain independent. We take our seat on the council as equals, not subjects. We share our technology, and you share yours fairly. And most importantly, no species will ever again be threatened for choosing freedom. Cole's expression hardened. If you refuse these terms, then you will learn what humanity is truly capable of. We have shown you only a fraction of our power. Do not make us show you the rest. The council chamber was silent for a full minute after Cole's message ended. Then, slowly, representatives began to stand. One by one, they voted. This time, the vote was unanimous. Peace. On humanity's terms. High Lord Vex, defeated and humiliated, had one final question. He approached Ambassador Cole in a private meeting 2 days later. You could have destroyed us, Vex said quietly. Your ships were at our homeworlds. You had the power. Why did you stop? Cole looked at the alien leader with something like pity in his eyes. Because that's what makes us human. We fight when we must. We defend what we love. We never surrender to tyranny. But we don't become the tyrants ourselves. You wanted to know humanity's greatest strength? It isn't our weapons or our ships or our technology. Then what is it? Vex asked. Our ability to choose mercy when we have the power to choose vengeance. Our ability to build bridges instead of walls. Our ability to hope, even in the darkest moments, that tomorrow can be better than today. Cole turned to leave, then looked back. You should have welcomed us as friends, Vex. Instead, you made us prove ourselves as warriors. I hope you learned something from this mistake. 1 year later, the galaxy had changed. Human technology spread rapidly, improving communications, medicine, and energy production across hundreds of worlds. Human art and music became popular on alien planets. Human philosophy and literature were studied in universities light years from Earth. But more importantly, humans had changed the galaxy's understanding of strength itself. Other species began to study human history, learning about resilience, adaptation, and the power of never giving up. The council chamber now included a human seat, positioned not above or below the others, but among them, equal, respected, valued. Dr. Kim stood at the observation window of a council station, looking out at the stars. Commander Nash joined her. We could have conquered them all, Nash said softly. After we won, we had the momentum, the power. But we didn't, Kim replied. And that's why we're stronger than they ever were. Real strength isn't about how much you can destroy. It's about what you choose to build. Below them, in the council chamber, representatives from 47 species plus humanity worked together on new projects. New discoveries, new hopes for the future. The galaxy had learned its lesson too late. They should have welcomed humanity as partners from the beginning, but perhaps it wasn't too late after all. Because humanity didn't just survive their trial by fire. They emerged as the leaders the galaxy never knew it needed. Asterisk.